A new beginning. Liam had always been fascinated by the idea of living near the sea. Growing up in a busy, noisy city full of traffic and skyscrapers, he often daydreamed about a simpler, quieter life. Every summer, his parents took him to a small coastal town. Those trips were the happiest moments of his childhood. He loved the sound of waves crashing on the shore, the smell of salty air, and the soft sand beneath his feet. Now at 28 years old, Liam felt stuck in his life. He worked as an accountant in a large firm, spending long hours in a gray office filled with the sound of typing and ringing phones. Every day felt the same, and although his job was stable and he had a comfortable apartment, something was missing. He often sat alone at night, wondering if life was meant to be more than work and bills. One evening, after another exhausting day, Liam was scrolling through a real estate website when something caught his attention. Small beach house for rent, perfect for a quiet life. The pictures showed a small white cottage with blue shutters, a porch overlooking the sea, and a garden full of wildflowers. The house was in a little coastal village 4 hours away. It was affordable and seemed ideal for someone looking for peace and quiet. Liam's heart raced as he looked at the ad. Could he leave the city and his job for a new life by the sea? The idea was exciting but terrifying. That night, he couldn't stop thinking about it. The next morning, he called the number in the ad. The owner, Mrs. Carter, was an elderly woman with a kind voice. She explained that the house had belonged to her late husband and was very special to her. She wanted someone who would appreciate its beauty and take care of it. After a short conversation, Liam made his decision. He gave notice at work, packed his belongings, and within 2 weeks, he was on his way to the beach house. When Liam arrived, the village was quiet, with narrow streets and small, colorful houses. The air smelled fresh, and the sound of the waves was constant in the background. The beach house was even more charming than in the pictures. It was small but cozy, with a warm living room, a tiny kitchen, and a bedroom with a window that looked out at the sea. The porch had a wooden bench where Liam could sit and watch the horizon. That first night, Liam sat on the porch with a cup of tea, watching the stars. The gentle sound of the waves made him feel calm and relaxed. For the first time in years, he felt like he could breathe. Over the next few weeks, Liam settled into his new life. He woke up early every morning to walk along the beach, feeling the cool sand under his feet and collecting seashells. In the afternoons, he sat on the porch with a book or wrote in his journal about his thoughts and the beauty of the sea. One sunny morning, Liam met Jack, a local fisherman. Jack was a friendly man in his 60s with tan skin and a wide smile. He was sitting by his small wooden boat, repairing his fishing nets. "New around here?" Jack asked, looking up. "Yes," Liam replied, smiling. "I moved into the little white house by the beach." Jack chuckled. "Mrs. Carter's place, huh? You've picked a good spot. It's peaceful here." The two men talked for a while and Jack told Liam stories about the sea, about the dolphins that sometimes swam near the shore and the storms that had tested the strength of the village. Before Liam left, Jack invited him to go fishing. "Come along one morning," Jack said. "You'll see what the sea is really like." A few days later, Liam joined Jack on his boat. At first, he felt nervous as the boat rocked gently on the water, but soon, he began to relax. The sea stretched out endlessly around them, sparkling under the sun. Jack showed Liam how to cast a fishing line and fix a net. By the end of the morning, Liam had caught his first fish, and Jack laughed at how proud he looked. "That's the sea for you," Jack said. "It always gives something back if you respect it." Liam found himself enjoying the simple pleasure of being on the water. However, as the day progressed, dark clouds began to gather on the horizon. Jack frowned. "We need to head back," he said, starting the engine. Before they could return, a sudden storm hit. The waves grew larger and the wind howled. Liam held tightly to the side of the boat as water splashed over them. "Stay calm," Jack shouted, steering the boat through the rough sea. The storm felt endless, but eventually, they reached the shore safely. Wet and shaken, Liam sat on the sand, staring at the angry waves. "That was terrifying," he said, his voice trembling. Jack nodded. "The sea is beautiful, but it's also unpredictable. It teaches you to be humble." The storm caused some damage to the village. Boats were destroyed and the community center was flooded. Liam felt a strong urge to help. Over the next week, he worked with the villagers to repair the damage. He helped Jack fix his boat and assisted Maria in cleaning her bakery. At the community center, Liam organized a fundraiser to gather money for repairs. For the first time in his life, Liam felt truly needed. The villagers appreciated his efforts, and he realized how much he cared about this little community. One crisp autumn morning, Liam walked along the beach, thinking about how much his life had changed. The man who once felt trapped in an office now found joy in the simplest things and a deeper connection with the people around him. A year later, Liam attended a reunion with his old colleagues. Many of them asked about his new life. "You look different," one of them said. "Happier." "I am," Liam replied with a smile. As he returned to the village, Liam knew he had made the right choice. The storm had tested him, but it had also shown him the strength he never knew he had. The sea had given him not just peace, but also purpose.